Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I got an email from a subscriber, and the subscriber sent a donation, so thanks for your donation. And remember, guys, if you want to guarantee that your question will be answered, make sure you click that link below and send a donation. So this one says, hey, Mr. Locario, there was this one date I had where this chick wanted to talk about politics throughout the entire date. She would talk about how on election night, there were a lot of people moving to Canada because Donald Trump won. She would talk about how there is a possibility that Donald Trump can't read, that it is legal in our state to run over protesters. I would occasionally try to change the subject and talk about something less controversial, but she would keep on talking about how she doesn't like Trump. I thought that the whole point of the date was for us to talk about things that are going on in our lives at that point. I just prematurely ended the date and never called her again. Not only would she not stop talking about politics, but she would pull out her phone and look in it through the date. What do I do the next time a woman wants to talk about controversial topics on a date or pulls out her phone? All right, so it's the thing, man. Like, with certain chicks that you're on dates with is gonna be on some bullshit when they are just all over the place or whatever. But see, the thing is this: you have to learn how to steer a conversation. You understand? You need to learn how to basically navigate where the conversation is going to go and how it's going to flow. So one thing that you can do, and this is for any of you guys that are in situations like this where you're trying to talk to the girl on a date or whatever, or just in another situation and she keeps yapping about a whole bunch of other stuff and you're not really getting it in. What you need to do is whatever she's talking about, let's say it's just like on some whole nother topic, you understand, with this is the politics, whatever. So you need to be able to steer the conversation to where you are using what she's already saying, right? And relating it back to her personally. You understand what I'm saying? So for example, since this girl, she's all talking about Donald Trump, right? So, you could be like, so why are you so obsessed with Donald Trump, right? And she might say, oh, because this and because of that. And you're like, okay, well, all these issues are happening. So what are you specifically going to do to, make this society better? Since Donald Trump's not doing it, what would you do? What's your idea of what could go down, right? And then she might say, oh, well, I would like to, it to be more of this and more of that. And whatever she says, right, you choose something that she's talking about, and then you keep steering the conversation further and further away from talking about that Donald Trump shit. So she might say, oh yeah, I feel like more people need to volunteer and get in the streets. Oh, volunteer. So do you do a lot of volunteering? Like, what's up with that? Right? She's like, yeah, because I used to volunteer at such and such. See now, so now you're slowly going away from that topic, but it's because you were basically controlling the direction of where it's going to go. You understand what I'm saying? So all you need to do is relate whatever they're talking about back to them personally, and then go to other topics as you're doing that, with her. You understand? And you can do that, with any type of topic or situation that they're talking about and doing all that other craziness, right? Now, if a chick is on her phone on a date, right? Usually, if she's all up on her phone, first of all, that's rude as hell. But a lot of times what happens is that a chick is on the phone either on a date is because she's bored, or, she's not really that interested in you, right? And so a lot of times that's an indicator that she's not really, into the date at that point if she's just all up on her phone. You understand what I'm saying? So whenever you're on a date with a chick, what you want to make sure that you're doing is that you're able to engage the situation to the point where she's basically, like you have her undivided attention, right? So it's not saying that you're trying to force the situation or you're like, oh, look at me and don't look at that and pay attention to me and all this other stuff. But what happens is that while you're on the date, there should be a flow of how the situation is going. You understand? Like, just like, you know, the fact that you were trying to, you know, change the topic, and then the topic didn't really change, that means that you didn't engage the situation enough to get her, like, focused on you. You understand? And focused on what you're saying. So if you were to change those topics and you get her focused on what you're saying, then she's more engaged in the situation, because now she's focused on what you're saying, and then now she's not going to really be all up on her phone, because she's basically focused on what you're saying and what you're doing and how you're, you know, keeping the conversation and the interaction going. You understand? So what happens is, a lot of times, you know, it's all on you in certain situations, to where, you know, you can really steer these conversations and the whole interaction of the date. Now, there are going to be times where you go out with a chick, and no matter what, she's just going to be all over the place. You understand? There's going to be times you go out with a chick, and, you know, I remember I was out with this one girl, and she was just like giving all these one-word answers, and I'm like, yo, this shit is whack. You understand? Or a chick might just go on her phone just because that's just how, she's always on her damn phone. You understand? And that's just how she is. Now, if you notice that she's on that type of shit, you just charge it to the game. You understand? If she's just blatantly just continuously does that, or she, you know, you're trying to change the subject and steer the conversation in a certain way, and she just keeps hopping back on talking about, you know, some other stuff, then you're just gonna have to charge it to the game. But, you know, if you from the jump know how to sort of steer that conversation in a certain way, you're able to get the flow of the date going a little bit more you know, a little bit more you know, in a more beneficial situation than what you had before. So you got to, you know, learn how to really make that happen, right? And so this is why I suggest you guys go to badboymembership.com, because I have a lot of, you know, audio and video programs that teach you how to communicate with women. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you click the link below and get that. All right. So that's pretty much it. I'm out of here, guys. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.
Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.